So let's talk about corn. After 3 months without doing any videos and show anything about my fields, just I decided to do a video now today. And yeah, after a long video in German, let's see if I can do it in English. Yeah, this will be pretty hard. Yes, I'm feeling that it's pretty hard to talk in English now, but okay, I will try. So talking about corn, so far so good. He have really been this corn this year has really been great. I don't see any big issues with corn when concerns about pests or diseases. It's really, I would say, in controlled everything. So yes, I did this experiment with Brachiaria or Congo grass and corn, so an intercropping, something like that. But it went wrong. Just it germinated. The grass didn't germinate, and so there's almost nothing there. And maybe there will be some spots that will be some grass, but I'd say not so successful. But on the other hand, the positive side is that probably I didn't have any issues with. We will have any issues with yielding, so I didn't lost 20% of the yield. Usually, that if you implant and some cover crop in between or together with corn, that as far as I know, they have this kind of loss in this size. I would say 20%, something like that. Because you will grass will be fighting for nutrients with corn, with nitrogen mainly, and there's a lot of stuff about this. And I went to a seminar or something like that a couple of weeks ago, and the Aprosoja, the Soybean Association from Mato Grosso, they have a field for which they test many things like varieties, many kinds of planting system and soybeans varieties, corn varieties, and kind of applications of fungicide, all this stuff, all this what you need to know how it's going on, and all this is in the season of cover crop with corn, like I try to do, and that's pretty interesting what they find after 8 years doing corn with grass, with the Congo grass, is that if you look for the financial side, it's not interesting. It's really you are losing money with doing that, because the losses with corn and yield with corn is so big that even the soybeans after there will be advantage with this grass, that more cover, soil better cover, and so on. You will be a higher yield, but it's not compensate the losses in corn. So in all the years you have a huge loss in yielding and money. So what those guys actually advise is you have a do it cover crops, only cover crops, mix of cover crops, depending what's the situation, what's your reality, what's the problem with your soil, if there's nematodes or other problems. You have organic matter is too low or something like that, you have to improve it. So better to do cover crops separate than together, because those cover crops like grass in corn, they will compete with not only with nutrients but with water, because we stopped to rain here in April, and it's really important to have enough water. And like in my case here in where I am, of course in April we have 220 millimeters, I believe. It was above what the plant needed, like I would say 150 millimeters in the entire month. We have over 200, but even though the problem with the shortage of water is that the cover crop won't grow so much. You won't produce this mass that would produce when it is planted alone or separated. And corn as well, it won't produce so much mass as well. So you won't have the win in producing all this material or this mass of or straw. So it's it's not so simple. It's really can be a big issue. So if you, yeah, um, there's a lot of discussion. Of course, there's the other side. I should looking for maybe the soil health. How even though maybe improve soil health, even though if you have grass or other cover crop in between and corn, maybe it will help with soil health and microbiological diversity in soil. But yes, but seeing the financial side, it's not interesting. Better than do and those parts of your farm that you have problem that the yields are so low that is not covering the cost. So you do cover crops there and then work on improving your soil health and soil quality, organic matter, whatever. So then later, then you start to have again corn and that you yield higher and maybe do in different areas of your farm. And that's is something that farmers should do here in Mato Grosso. So maybe you reduce the area of corn that is planted every year, but less production. You have maybe more. The price will be better and doing so. But yeah, because a lot of farmers like myself, even though plant corn in areas which is really weak in yielding, and we don't have any gain with that. But you do even though so. Yeah, always because you purchase all those inputs and like seeds and other stuffs, and yeah, okay, you plant it, and yeah, okay, that's one part of it. What's next? We could talk about the situation, how the corn looks like. I would say that is a pretty good shape. I believe that it will be a really good. You yield really great. I hope so. If the white borer is doing some damage, they are there. Other field, not this field, it seems, and they're okay, but the other fields they have some problems with wild boar. It's I don't know, it's the same as other species here down here in South America. It's not the same in like in North America or in Europe, but yes, I would say on average, what I have heard from neighbors and other dealers, corn is looking really great, and in my region. So yes, probably you'll be. EMEA are also projecting a record for corn. I don't remember how much exactly, but 45 or 48 million tons of corn. And yes, some bees. Yeah, coming back to the corn and what probably will be the fork. What is predicting should be harvest here in Mato Grosso. Yes, and yeah, summarizing, that's it. And on average, should be pretty good. And maybe to point out some information about this seminar. What they talk more about the necessity of sulfur in our region in Mato Grosso as a whole is to have really deficit of sulfur in soil, and they're really seeing a lot of results applying sulfur, and many ways you can apply that, and farmers actually change fertilizer. Nowadays are using not this formulation that has some sulfur in fertilizer. You are using other like MAP, MIP, and DAP instead. So there is no sulfur, and but you have gypsum that can deliver sulfur for us here. And in the case of more northern Mato Grosso, you can purchase this gypsum from the state of Pará. There is a mine over there. They are exploring and selling in my region over here. So it's kind of expensive, but it's not this how can I say subproduct of fertilizer industry, so it's different a little bit. So it's more, it looks like, I would say, limestone actually, pretty the same. And yes, and that's I would say a good source of sulfur for our region. And yes, and bringing a lot of results. And yeah, you can talk more next time. And as you see, battery is low, is on my cell phone will die soon. So see you next.